good morning. This is Jan from New York City. My channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. Welcome to the Instant Coffee with Jan show. Of course, sitting next to me is my 10-cent cup of Joe. If you spent more than $1 on a cup of coffee, you spent way too much. How's everybody doing this morning? Now, I want to talk to you today about the bare bones time of the month. Now, idealistically, everyone wants the whole month to be on an even keel, and sometimes some folks have a little bit of a harder time stretching their food budget a lot. Especially, I would say, this is my guess, from like about the middle of the month going forward towards the end. This is just a good guess of mine, and we'll talk more in the future about what I call the fat cat and the skinny cat. Fat cat and the skinny cat time of the month. Wait a minute, let's get it right. Fat cat and skinny chicken time of the month. I'll wake up. Hey, I need a little more of that coffee. Hang on. There you go. But I want to talk to you today about a wonderful pantry friend that sometimes it either gets overlooked or it gets a bad rap because there's carbs in it and everything. You do need a certain amount of carbs in your body. I'm no doctor and I'm not pretending to be one, but everyone needs a certain amount. So check into that, just saying. But if you're trying to stretch a budget, I have to say, pasta and rice, you cannot beat those items. But today we're going to focus on rice. I have a couple of recipe suggestions. Now, one of them I'm going to hook up in the description box below. It's actually a video. Actually, there are two videos I'm going to hook up. One that's from myself, and it's a recipe for rice pizza. The crust is made out of rice. I kid you not. And I was doing some research one day and I found the recipe on, of all places, a SNAP recipe. SNAP, the terminology for food stamps, okay? And I said, maybe their website has some inexpensive recipes that I could share with folks. So I did some research and I found that and I created a video. I'm hooking that up in the description box below, so check into it. And also, this other recipe is for fried rice, and it's very interesting. You're gonna love this recipe. The person's name is Emmy, not from that other channel. This is an Asian lady, and she makes this wonderful version of fried rice. Oh my word! And it was easy to understand and everything. And it's not a really complex thing. And you don't need super expensive ingredients. So because people are approaching the bare bones time of the month, I thought I'd include those recipes today. We'll talk a little bit more about the rice. Rice is something you can use. By the way, if you have any wonderful rice recipes, do not hesitate. Do not hesitate to share them in the comment section below. Now, one of my favorite go-to rice recipes, and I have to say, it's very inexpensive. If you have, like, for example, if you enjoy, let's say, sauteed green and red bell peppers, for example, with some onions, you could put that to the side, put them to the side, and take down your ground beef crumbles. Remember I mentioned or suggested a little while ago to when you go to the grocery store and you buy some ground beef right away before you even freeze them, just cook them down, make them into the crumbles, drain out all the fat. Even if you get the less expensive cut, you're draining out the fat, and that's the main thing, because fat is, to me, it's yucky tasting. It just takes away from the whole flavor experience. But that's the way I feel. Everybody is different. Some people enjoy a little bit of it. Maybe you want to reserve a little bit of it. But for me personally, I don't care for it. Anyway, then what you do is take down those beef crumbles that are already cooked. So basically all you're doing is assembling these two items together, and you're just doing a quick saute in your frying pan to just, basically heat it up. And then what you can do is take an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce or pizza sauce or marinara sauce or whatever flavored tomato sauce that you have on hand. Put a bit over that, mix it all together, let all the flavors combine, and then you put that over a bed of rice. Very, very fast, very, very cheap, and very, very affordable. And it is a time saver. Why? Because you already made the crumbles. Now, when it comes to the rice, okay, some people prefer different types of rice. Whatever rice you prefer is the A-OK rice for the meal. But don't overlook this thing that, many times people just like let it sit there like a decoration in a stockpile pantry. And I'm like, and that includes me. That includes me. So all this talk about the rice, I just might do either the crumble version tonight for myself, or I might decide to make some whatchamacallit, fried rice. Depends on my mood, but I know I have all the ingredients available, and I know that I could just do it. And it does not take a long time, and it stretches. So if you make a batch of it, I mean, let's say this: if you make fried rice, the one with the scrambled egg version, which is the one I'm going to include below, you should use one scrambled egg per person, per portion, proportion. So if you want 4 portions, use the one egg per portion. If you like a little more egg in it, you use a little more of it. But the video you're going to find is really very entertaining and very useful. Now, another thing when it comes to rice, people always mainly associate rice with savory dishes. Let me tell you something. Years and years ago, my aunt, bless her heart, gone to glory, miss her a lot, she used to make a special rice pie sweet using rice. It was beyond amazing. I wish I had the recipe. This is why, well, she was very, I have to say this. My aunt was a wonderful lady, but she was extremely fussy about giving out her family recipes. And I'm like, wait a minute. Well, I'm your niece. And the last time I checked, I'm family. But she didn't like to give out her recipes to anybody. So I have to kind of sort of wing it when I think of her sweet rice pie. She made this like special, like a buttery type of a crust, a pie crust, but it was kind of flaky and buttery. But what she did with the rice, she used it in such a manner that the rice came out light, fluffy, not savory. And I believe she used a bunch of cinnamon and nutmeg and vanilla extract and probably one egg. This is my guess, and probably a little cream. Whatever it was, it baked up to perfection. I used to look forward to that special rice pie every Easter time. I really, really wish that she had kept that, shared that recipe, not kept it. She sure did keep it. She kept it to herself. Sorry, Auntie. I calls it like she sees it. She didn't mean any harm, but for whatever the reason, she was very funny with the recipes. Don't treat your recipes like Fort Knox. But the idea being is that you can make rice pudding. Obviously, some people have it as a cereal at breakfast. They, basically warm up their rice, add a little bit of milk and cinnamon and a little sugar, and there you go. So there's lots to do with rice. If you got rice in your pantry and just a couple of proteins or even just eggs or vegetables, you got yourself a wonderful, wonderful meal. And don't forget to check out the rice pizza. Imagine making a crust out of rice, a pizza crust, no less. Hey, listen, if you got any value from this video, please smash down the like button and don't hesitate to share this video with someone else. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for your time. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.